Hello, good morning. Thank you to come back. So this is our 2023 new agent Bootcamp, and we are going to start the 1, 2, 3. This is the third class. It's how to use a web form. And we have some agents that the web form scale slope, which one is better. So today we're going to talk about the web form. And this is Saturday, we have Calvin, manager Calvin, will talk about the scale slope. So for me, I think both are good. You know, in case one server down, you can go with another one. Sometimes, you know, the web form, the server, they have problem, you cannot prepare the offer, so you can quickly switch to use the scale slope. Anyway, so let's start with the web form. And web form, so I probably go with 2 or 3 parts. The first one, I will quickly go to web form and see what we can do, what we can do use the web form. Next part, we're going to prepare the offer by the web form. And last one, I think same thing, maybe we just introduce some good feature for the web form. Let's go to homepage. So if you log into Toronto MLS, this is the homepage. First, where we can go to web form. So if you log into the Toronto MLS homepage, you will see web form authentic sign will be right here. So usually we don't go from here to prepare the offer, but anyway, I will go here first to introduce the web form. And we don't take it too long, but just a very important feature. Yeah, that is happen. Usually if you click a web form, they will give you another new window come open again. But anyway, close the window and open web form one more time. They will lead you to the web form transaction desk. So in the recent few months, I think they ask every agent to set up the password. If you don't set up your password, or if you're first time to use the web form, they will ask you to agree the term and the condition. So some agent may be stuck there, should I accept or decline? So if you're first time, you need to click accept all the terms and the condition. And after you accept all the term and the condition, so this is web form, the homepage looks like. And usually the first icon, I will create a transaction. Maybe some agent, they have a different view for the dashboard, but the first one, create a transaction, is very important. For the rest of the, you know, whatever you have or you don't have, it's okay, doesn't matter. And if you wanted to reorganize the icon, like a transaction, authentic sign, and whatever the other icon, it's easy to click the lock and unlock dashboard on the right. You'll see the right, there's lock. If you click unlock, so you can easily to delete, or you can easily to add some icon. So it's flexible, whatever you like. But usually I will not suggest you waste your time. And at least you have one create a transaction, that's good enough. Okay, if you finish, you can lock. Once you lock, everything will be secure. It won't be deleted by mistake. And before we go to prepare the offer, so usually we use a web form for the most of the use is a funded form. Like even today, we have some agent asking me, hey, Sammy, I need one form for cancellation of the listing for lease. So where can I find the form? It's quite easy. You just go to web form and you see the forms right here. This is the form. You can find any form. For example, yesterday we have an agent said, oh, there's another brokerage. They refer me landlord. So just ask me to do the listing. So which form should I use? So I will say, just go to, first is web form, and then go to forms. So it's easy to help you. Just click the, you see there's like an arrow. Just click, they will expand. When you expand, you can easy to see the forms right here. Click a form. And let's say there's an agent from other brokerage. They will refer you are landlord or whatever, buyer, seller, anyone. So you want to find the referral form. If you don't remember the form number, you can just simply type REFFERRAL, referral. Or maybe I spelled wrong. REFERRAL. Okay, so if you type referral, it will come out referral form. So we just find the Toronto referral agreement. So if you're a Mississauga board, Oakville board, so you can use Ontario. Ontario 641 referral. It doesn't matter you use Ontario or Toronto, it's not really matter. So next time, if you know the 641 is a form number, so you can very quick, easy, fast find the 641. They will come out. The first one, Toronto referral. Just by simply click. And you can write down the information like referral, other brokerage information, and their agent's name, and all brokerage information we are receiving, and the referral, who is the client, and is a seller or buyer, and how much the commission. So just do the signature. So that's very easy to find the form by web form. Other than that form, it's very easy to find the mutual release and MUTUAL. Recently, we have lots of the agent doing the mutual release. MUTUALRE. Yeah, you can easily type few keyword, they will come out. Of course, you can memorize the number 122. It's a mutual release, Toronto. Yeah, that is the way you can find any form. So that is one feature. It's called a form. Another feature is called a clause. Lots of people say, oh, my buyer, they have only, let's say they only have they need a 50,000 deposit, but right now they only have 10,000. So maybe I need a clause. The clause is for the deposit increase or additional deposit. So you can quickly go to clause to find any system clause, English, and scroll down. Very easy way, scroll down, find the D, A, B, C, D, deposit, and the payments. If you go to deposit, payments, so we usually use deposit increase, additional deposit. You click here, you will see the buyer agreed to pay the further of maybe 30,000 or 40,000 to the listing brokerage name. By negotiate check no later than, just to see which day, usually 2 or 3 business days. You need to talk to listing agent first as a supplementary deposit to be holding the trust of the same manner in the initial, whatever. So that is the clause you can find, any clause. Like, sometimes we have an agent, they're looking for the well, for the water. Okay, let's go back to clause. You can try anyone. You know what, let's go back. Clause, system clause, English, and scroll down. Water. Usually we have an agent buy the cottage or the some property located in the rural area. So you can see there's a lot of the clouds. Okay, so that is a two function. One is offer, one is for the class. The next one, I think it is very good for the contact. Let's say you have a buyer. We haven't always be asked, agent said, oh, I have a whole bunch of the client, buyer, seller, lease, buyer, seller, landlord, tenant, maybe new home, new condo, purchase, buyer, where can I store it? Where can I organize my buyer or my client? So there's an easy way. You go web form, you go contact. The contact, you can add contact to here. That means when you prepare the offer, all the information will come out. You don't need to see where's my client email address and where is the like a full legal name. If you get all the information, you can use here create contact and type, quickly find out this is your buyer, let's say, and first name, let's see, and the last name, and their email address. And the preferred name, usually sometimes the people they call, they have a different name, trade name. You can put their preferred name, preferred signature, preferred initial. Okay, so here is the setup for the electronic signature, authentic sign. I think before we start the training, there's an agent said everything is good, but the only thing is when they do the authentic sign, the buyer's name is getting a little bit of mistake. So that's why if you want to set up, like let's say this is my name as buyer, I will put a preferred name, full legal name, preferred signature. I will put exactly same and the initial. So whatever you set up here, when you do the authentic sign, they will automatically pop into their authentic sign system. Address, if I have, you can put, and then you can save. Once you save, when you prepare the authentic sign, next Thursday, we're going to prepare the authentic sign. We are going to take the training for how to prepare the authentic sign. So maybe we'll show a little bit more. And also one more function is add a lawyer. Yeah, sometimes, the buyer, let's say we represent the buyer. The buyer is already the everything firm. And the buyer told you, oh, my lawyer is Jim Zhang. Okay, so you don't know, you don't need to search from the Google. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not easy. But this system is linked to the lawyer database. I will put GIM. So this is from the lawyer's database, Ontario. So they will come out the lawyer's name. So you can add, select, put in your database. If there's another lawyer, let's see, I have Gary, Gary. Gary. I don't try this one, Gary Shapiro, yes. So you just find a few keywords, you will know the lawyer's information, everything will be here. All the lawyers in Ontario. So that is one good feature, before I never use, but recently I discovered this is very good feature you can use. And create your contact, your client, organize your client. Next one, find a lawyer from here. Okay, so that is the very good feature for the web form, clouds, and the contact. And also there's more features. Maybe I will not spend the time because I already take 15 minutes already. So next, I will spend a little bit of time to prepare the offer. Because every day we have an agent said, I'm going to prepare the offer. How can I start? Where can I start? So now I'm going to try one offer, prepare the offer by Freehold. Let's try any freehold listing. Okay, so this is random. I picked one of the listing. In case your buyer like the property, after showing the property, want to put the offer. So this is a matrix system and find web form. You see the web form is really tiny icon. Web form authentic sign. Click. Once you click, they will have a pop-up window, create transaction. The name, we don't need to change the name. Usually it's a property address. The template, so you need to choose the template. And all of those templates is our office. We build template for every agent. Just choose which one is best for your transaction. Because this one is a freehold. We are the buyer agent. So we use 001A. And once you select template, the next one, you will select property type. This is the freehold. I choose a freehold. And other than that, don't do anything. Just click create. So if you are not a follow, so do one more time. MLS listing, click web form, transaction kit. Just click this icon. Once the icon click, it will pop up the window, new window. Transaction name, just leave as is. And the template, you should choose the template, right template. We have some agents say, oh, why when I prepare the offer, there's nothing, no any single form. So when I check with our agent, they forget to select, apply the template from office. So that's why there's no any form. And the next one, property type is a freehold property. And then create. So that's so simple. And once we create, this is the forms looks like. Usually we have some agents said, oh, I have to fill the street name, unit number, and then go next. So for me, I will say, don't waste the time here. We just quickly, straightforward, go to forms on the right. You see the forms. Maybe some people it's difficult to see it. On the right side, you see the forms. Just click forms. Once you click the forms, you will see all the forms will list here. And A10, working with a realtor. That is the first form you need to explain to your buyer client and need to build up the relation for either the client, either, before the December, we call the customer service. But however, after December 1st, there's no customer service. So we only have one, it's called a buyer representing agreement, or their self-represent. But anyway, so this is, we have a A10 working with a realtor, and also 300 buyer represent agreement, and a 630 contract ID. So that's the agency form. Because those form, you need to fill the form, send it to our office once the offer firm. So before the offer firm, you can keep all those forms. So usually for myself, I will suggest these three forms use one authentic sign. And then from the next one, 801, 100, 320, and Schedule B. Schedule B from MLS listing, I will let you know later. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 forms, we are going to use one authentic sign. Basically, there's two authentic sign. One is a 3 form for the agency, another one, 4 forms to send it to listing agent. So let's start from the here, A01 first. Fill the form is very simple, just click the form. Once you click a form, all the information is already pre-built. We just select date, today's date, and find the buyer's name, And if you have more than one buyer, just use and put a second buyer. If you have more than two buyer, just use two buyer, share one space like a semi, and if you have four buyer, two buyer share one spot. So let's just use one buyer as sample, and buyer name, and how are you going to send it to listing agent? By email. When are you going to send it to listing agent? Usually let's say now it's the morning, probably going to be sent afternoon. Let's say roughly maybe 5 p.m. by today. And the irrevocable, we need to check MLS and see, give 1 hour notice, allow 24 hours irrevocable. So we know the irrevocable time at least 24 hours. So we put 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. So we more than 24 hours. That's it. So it's very quick and simple for the first form, A01. Just your client name, how to send by email, and when are you going to send, what's irrevocable. So that's the one first form. Is quite a simple form. And for the counter, for the acknowledge, listing brokerage, just leave it. We don't need to worry about that. So the first form finished. Before you go to second form, for myself, I will always click a file, click a save, click a file, click a save, manually to save, because the system will automatically save. But I have ever been sometimes like fill everything, but the system not save, automatically save. So you may miss the form you already filled. So trying to do manually, always manually save, is very safe. Go to next form. I will click on the middle. It's called transaction form. Once you click a transaction form, I will go 100 agreement purchase sale. It's offer. Just click. So you will see today's date, buyer's name, the seller's name, and front on. We will quickly find it from MLS. Front on east of this street. So we put east, E-A-S-T, copy street name. Commander C, Commander V. So this is in the city of Markham. M-A-R-K-H-A-M, Markham. And the frontage 15 by 123 feet. Let's double check with MLS. It's 1509, 123, 93. 1509, 123, 93. Yeah, everything is exactly the same. And the price, if you already have a price in your mind, you can just put a price. Otherwise, leave the price at the very end. So let's just say we already figure out the price, 1.45. And a deposit usually is 5% of the purchase price. And 75,000. So always double check with the buyer in case the offer accepted today. Can you get a bank draft from your bank tomorrow with 75,000? If the buyer said yes, we can do it, then put a deposit here, amount here. If they say, oh, let me see, sorry, we cannot get that amount. Maybe we only have 20,000. So you have to use supplementary deposit, additional deposit. So you don't want tomorrow, the buyer told you, oh, I'm sorry, I cannot get that amount of money because we don't have, we need a transfer from RSP, first time buyer, whatever. So that is too late. Always ask in front. So pay to listing brokerage name. we can find and copy from MLS. And the next one, schedule A, schedule B, and irrevocable until 11:59 tomorrow. And the closing day, we check MLS and see when is the closing day. They said 6 or 90 days. And I realized this is exit sale. That means some people pass away. And there's a executor or trustee executor is going to be signed this listing agreement. Once you see it's exit sale, usually maybe we will keep one thing in mind. Talk to listing agency if there's a probate, get ready. If the probate is not get ready, usually we need at least 90 days for the closing. So for this case, I will put 90 days. 90 days, usually we count like November is already first week. We go December is 1 month, January 1 month, February 1 month. Usually we go on middle because it's already first week of the November. You can go middle of the February or go end of the February. So I will go end of the February, give a little bit of extra time, more than 3 months. So that is the closing day, completion date. You need to talk to your buyer. This is not a final. May seller will change based on the their situation. So that is the closing day we're offered. Okay, keep going. Everything is good, and we go chattels. That means what is included in the inclusion extra. We copy everything. Oh. Okay, we copy everything from the extra. We go here, go to close, and double check existing light fixture to existing fridge to existing stove, existing washer dryer, window curtain, blender, and broadware light, and central vacuum, CAC electronic garage door opener. So okay, so everything looks good. And the next one, fixture is not included. That means they are going to take away. So double check and see there's anything they are not included. They have a new pressure treat duct, 23 duct, new hot water tank, heater, new high efficiency gas. Okay, if they see anything like a heater, water heater new, furnace new, what is the first thing come out from it? I need to double check with the listing agent, see if all of those new stuff is going to be leased, rent, or owned. If the owner purchase own the furnace, that will be great. If they rent, no, if they like a leased, they pay, they have a different payment. So that means the buyer have to assume the whatever they pay. If they ask a seller they pay out, they may have a penalty. So keep in mind, ask a listing agent, first one, the probate is ready or not. Second one, new hot water heater, and also the gas furnace, maybe AC air condition. Is that leased or owned? It's very important. So anyway, I will only put rental item, hot water tank, and if rental. ENTAL. And the HST always include in. Keep going for the title search. Title search, usually we know is 2 weeks before the closing. We do the 29 is the last day of the February. 2 weeks it will be a 15 of the February. And the title use, we always put SING, single family residential. It's a single family residential. It's not always, but we have to double check. And before we go to next, I will quickly check, see if that is a single family residential. Where we can find is here, property land store. Right click, open the new tab. If you're the first time use, same thing, they will ask you to register first, last name, email, and the phone number. So once you find out the property information, just click assessment details. You will see this is a semi-detached, but it's also single family, semi-detached residential. Okay, we keep going. So for the offer, it's almost finished. We go to Schedule A. You see Schedule A, buyer paid the balance, discharge mortgage, no work order. And the condition for the finance, 5 banking days. For the inspection, 5 banking days. We need 2 conditions. One is finance, one is home inspection. And the rest of the clause is warranty. Like a third warranty, there's a 2 times revisitor. And the third warranty, all electrical planning, mechanical, everything will be a good working. And also seller agreed to vacate the property. And this is a seller represent one, on the property, there's no marijuana grow. And also here's a buyer, never seen the property without the agent. It's pretty standard. So I will leave everything here. In case, I just mentioned, in case you need any clause, like whatever the clause you need, you can go back, check the clause here, and lead you to the system clause, to the English, and check any clause you may need. But it's not any clause you may need, but you know where to find the clause, right? Clause library. So if everything is okay, I will go save this one to the next one. It's a 320 form right here. Listing brokerage represent the seller, and the listing brokerage not provide the customer service to buyer. So we just checked number 1. Number 2 is not applied, leave blank. We go second page. Third one for the cooperating brokerage. Where the cooperating brokerage? We represent the buyer's best interest. So that is check 1. And the cooperating brokerage for the commission, we double check with MLS. It said 2.5. And we put 2 way. 1 is as per MLS. Or you can put a 2.5%. Some agency, do I need to write down the plus HST? So you don't need, because you read, you can read here. Commission will be payable as described above plus applicable tax. That means always HST commission will be plus HST. But for new condo, maybe a little bit complicated. But anyway, we will not going to go that too far. So here is for the both brokerage information and the agent information. So we finish this form. And now you can continue to finish the rest of the form, like working with a realtor. Maybe I will spend a little bit of time, go with the first time. Working with a realtor, nothing, just we represent the buyer. Buyer is our client. Next one, we go the 300 is BRA. So you know where is the buyer address? This address, usually we use the driver's license address. Once you meet a buyer, or you can ask a buyer, can you please take a screenshot of your driver's license? Send it to me because we need the fund track information. Also, just please let me know where you work and which company. And also, please let me know your immigration status. Are you like a student, work permit, or PR, or citizen? So you have to double check those information. You can write down where they live. The commencing date. Commencing date, usually we will treat as like when you are going to meet this buyer and to bring them to see the property. Let's say this is from today and maybe 9 o'clock to see the property. And the expiry date, usually we do 4 months or 6 months. And of course, some agent, they put 1 year. You have to get a buyer's consent, buyer's initial. Usually we don't take that too long. And November, December, January, February, at least you cover to the closing date or a little bit longer than the closing date. So usually 3 to 4 months. And the property type is a residential. And the geographic location, we put the city name. Some people put Ontario. Well, I think the best is to put a city name, M-A-R-K, Markham, M-A-R, cannot see it, M-A-R-K, H-A-M, R-I-C-H, Rich, Hill, maybe Toronto, maybe, just see exactly where the buyer they want to looking for. If the buyer said, no, I only focus on Markham, so take other out. If the buyer say a property going to be a Markham, maybe Richmond Hill, maybe Aurora, maybe New Market, just the city name. Okay, so that is the geographic location. And the next one, I see lots of the agent, they forget to put the commission. This commission is 2.5, it's a standard commission. But however, every listing agent, every listing brokerage, they give the commission may different. Some brokerage give 2.5. Some brokerage may offer 2.25. Some brokerage may offer 2.75. So that's why we have to put all as per MLS. So the buyer, you don't need to pay the commission to us because the listing brokerage is already paid. Only if you pay us, it's because there's no listing agent or no seller will pay the commission, but you like the property. You're willing to hire me as an agent to work on behalf of you to buy the property. So you have to pay me the fees. If the listing broker is already paid, you don't need to pay. That's very easy and simple to explain. Sometimes the agents say, oh, maybe a buyer is my cousin, buyer is my friend. I want to give some rebate. Where should I write down the rebate? So my understanding is don't put in the BRA because BRA is you on behalf of the brokerage to sign the contract with your client. So if you put some paper they put right here, give 1% to the buyer, sometimes the buyer, they put on the social media, they said, oh, this is the brokerage Home Life Landmark, sign a contract with them, they give the 1%. If you don't get the 1%, please ask that is only you and your client. It's not you on behalf of the brokerage have the 1%, to the client. So use a separate agreement, just put a piece of the paper, write down, how much you want to give, when you want to give, by what kind of no cash, of course, no cash. Usually it's by check. Usually it's after closing. When you receive the commission, you will give it to the buyer. And here is nothing. We will not going to take with the time. So that's very easy for the web form. But before we go something else, so this is the form. Once we saved, you will see all the form. You filled all the form here, agency form or the form for the listing brokerage. In case we have some agent said, oh, this is my I buy the property for my family, for myself. So you have to disclose. You have to disclose. We have some agents said, oh, maybe you can use some strategy. When I get everything done, I will disclose. No, this is totally wrong. You have to disclose in front. So how to put the additional form, disclosure? We click add. Okay, in case you don't know how to come here, I will go back, come back again. Let's say you are doing the offer right now, and oh, you forget, oh, I need to disclose myself. So click save, accept, and then click add. Disclosure is 160. And where the travel member, we use 160 Toronto. If you are the Mississauga board member, use 160 Ontario. If you are the Oakville board member, use Ontario. Okay, I will use a trap. Add. Once you add, that's disclosure. And check your title, your salesperson represent Home Life Landmark. And let's say, because I use my name to buy on the property, I will say the buyer legal name is my title. That's it. Or let's say if the buyer is your relative, maybe your maybe your parents, maybe your brother, your cousin. So you can write down the buyer legal name is related to the buyer's salesperson. You don't need a specific like what kind of the relation. You just need to tell the listing agent and the seller, the buyer legal name is related to the buyer's salesperson. And the next one, very important. I will receive the commission. Because sometimes the agent get a little bit confused. They said, oh, I want to buy for myself. I will not receive the commission. But when you negotiate the price, you forget to deduct the commission price. So always get confused. The best easy way is to tell the listing agent, I'm buying for myself. However, I will do everything as a standard. When the offer firm, the offer price, everything firm, I probably going to be, deduct my commission from the purchase price. So can you please talk to your seller and see if your seller agreed? Some seller may be agreed, some seller may be not agreed. It's a very, very normal. So from beginning, the best is to use stand. Don't, I will not, maybe sometimes get a misunderstand. You will get argue each other. Okay, so that is the form we finish. And of course, you can add more forms, like a mutual release, like a cancellation, like amendment, any forms. But the office, we already have some form, like amendment is already here. Waiver, we already have here. Notice of fulfillment, we already here. So condition in offer, we already here. So you can just use it. All right, so that is the very easy. If you finish the form, you leave web form, and later on, everything is good. The buyer said, "I'm going to prepare the offer. Can you just change some information?" So every time you log into the Toronto MLS, just go to the home page, just click the web form authenticate. from the home page, Webform Authenticity. It will lead you to Webform Authenticity. Come on. Yes. And you will find the transaction on the middle. This is the most recently transaction. Click, it will come in the transaction, go to forms, everything will be here. And you can continue to add it. And then if finished, we will do the authenticity by next week. So that is the prepared offer. It's the most important thing we have to use for the web form. Okay, it's already 48. Let me see if we have any question. Looks like a very simple, but I always suggest our agent, if you take time, just spend 15, 20 minutes, find a listing, prepare the offer by web form, use your name as a buyer name, use your email as buyer email, just get a feeling how to prepare the offer, how to do the authenticity. You don't want to wait for the last minute. If you have a real buyer come in, oh my God, I don't know how to prepare the offer. Just get everything started. Even this morning, we have some agents in the business for many years. She said, oh, too rush because the offer will be done within the 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So they just made a last mistake. So try and play around. It's nothing to cost, free, because this is your system. You can organize your client from a contact. And also, if you need any lawyer, I already showed to you, easy to find a lawyer. And for the rest of the information, like signing, we will take the signing next week. For the document is also very important. Maybe next week, I will touch a little bit about the document. It's a really good feature. So you can keep everything in the single folder. And also you have a folder here. I think the folder is right here. Folder, document. Yeah, it's under document. If you go to document, because we have some agents said, oh, I have a buying the property, buyer buying the property, lease the property, maybe new condo, maybe whatever. But I just save it to my computer. When I really find the transaction, I'm outside. Oh, I cannot find the transaction. So there's an easy way. You can use the document from Webform because this is web-based. You can use any computer to log into MLS and log into Webform, and then go to document. In the document, you can click my folder, and then you can use add to add different folder. Let's say I have a residential, I click a residential, and I use a folder as a different transaction folder, like a new, I will add a new folder, add a new folder. This is the year. First, I was, you can use any name, but I will suggest use the year first because this is the year 2023, and the property address, we just have this one. Let's say this is already, we've sent the offer is already accept, and then I will create. This is for buyer site. And then I open, I add all document, maybe offer, maybe waiver, maybe the deposit receipt, maybe the amendment, everything. I will put everything here. In the future, before the closing, maybe you have a last transaction. Before the closing, maybe the buyer said, oh, Sammy, can you just email me the offer? Because the mortgage broker, they need the offer. So you can go to Toronto MLS, you can go to Webform, you can go to document, and find it from residential, from the transaction you can find. After you find, you can email from here. I will upload one document as a sample. Okay, this is the one sample, just whatever sample. I just use this one. For example, you have an offer, but your buyer said, can you email to me? I need. So when you click here, you can see send, you can select. Once you select, you can email. Where email? Here, send by email. So you can easily send it to your organize the form to your client. And also they have very good feature. That feature is a shared document. In case, let's say we have some agent working together. So you can put shared document. That means that your team can use the document folder, share everything here. If you prepare the offer accept. Your team member, you prepare the waiver accept. So everyone can put the document in the same place. It's called a shared document. Okay, so we almost finished. Webform is really good. And you may discover for the more function, but the most important function, how to prepare the offer. So I hope you can enjoy and prepare the offer from today, because I know sometimes the agent said, oh, that's really good. When I have a buyer, I will prepare the offer. It's too late. Always too late. So from today on, just go find the listing, prepare the offer, play around how to use Authentic Sign, how to use a web form, and how to use a contact, and trying to search some form you really like, trying to search some clause you may you may need. So the clause, I think there's more than 400 clause. The form is more than 100, 200 forms, lots of forms. Okay, so I will stop here, check if there's any question we have. We have 4 new message. Only 2 questions. I have a question from Billy. If the offer accept and the client arrange mortgage by themselves and get approved with co-signer and the amendment is done by lawyer, as a buyer agent, do I need to prepare the fund track for the co-signer? So if there's anyone not coming in with a real form, so I don't think we need a fund track from them. I don't think, but double check with the lawyer, with the mortgage broker. Because if there's anyone not come in from our real form, like amendment, for my understanding, is not need a fund track. But always double check, because we don't want to miss out. And the next question, Hamid asked, do we have to send the conflict of the interest form to the other brokerage with the offer is for our records only? So I think the conflict interest form is for the disclosure form, right? Actually, there's no conflict interest because you are the buyer, you want to buy the property. But at the same time, you are the agent, help yourself to buy the property. And just to disclose, always use the disclose 160, put in the first form. And when you send the offer together with offer, send it to listing agent. That's it. Okay, no questions. Because this is a very, very basic training. And I hope lots of people, if you never prepare the offer by web form, please play around. Because a web form is like your personal email. All the information is only your information. It's no extra fee will be charged, but you can use it for the prepared offer. If you have any buyer client trying to add your client here, and if you need to find a lawyer, as we said, we have a lawyer library from Ontario. That's very surprised before I even save all the lawyers to contact. Okay, so we are going to finish because it's already 11:57. So let's stop here for now. If you have any question, we may have another few 3 minutes. We can discuss.